Dedo, you've got a book, you've got this great show, and I thank God and everybody humanly possible who helped me be a part of your year of miracles.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. You know, it's great to be part of a community. I really enjoyed being in Punta Gorda. I met so many fantastic people. So, in a sense, I felt like this show was a way to say thank you. I met just people that really cared about the community and trying to get the artists going, and just so much. So, I just thank you. It's amazing to be part of this. I made so many friends. I hope you do enjoy my art. It's not just the paintings I do. You know, I love to sculpt, and some of my stuff may be a little bit weird, but you know, that's me. That's what I like. So I hope you enjoy the show, and if you have any questions, please come see me. Thank you very much for coming. I am amazed. Thank you.
Brothers, I am sure, have told you they would give the world for a toy. All I have are the arms to enfold you, and a lifetime could never destroy. And the soul, say it's me that you know, for now and evermore. That's all. That's all.
See you, man. Take care, Cliff. Have a great night, man.
There are those, I am sure, have told you.
Dedo, what made you decide to do this book?
Well, my art is so varied. I thought that a book would kind of show all the different things I do. And just an exciting concept for me, hoping it'll bring me one step closer to my goal.
Your art is varied. What do you mean?
Well, I do all different kinds of art. I love to do sculptures, I love figurative abstracts, and today's show is portraits. I did not want to just show just the portraits, because then people would think, well, that's what I do, and I don't want to be pigeonholed into that. I think I can do a variety of different art, whatever excites me anytime.
How do you respond to people say jack of all trades, master of none?
Well, how can you respond to that? I believe that jack of all trades and master of none. I mean, if you're an artist, there's so many things you can do. I mean, as a human, so many different art forms. So I don't believe that thing.
Tell me about the necessity of art, Dedo.
Well, there is a necessity for art. Art has to be constantly around me, inspiring me, and I think other people need that too. There is a flow of energy coming from the images that you have on the wall and the sculptures that you have. You're surrounded by that energy. So art is a way of life.
I understand that the medium you use for the portraits sort of dictated both your time and actually the final result. Tell me about that.
The portrait show happened because I was doing a portrait of John McEwen from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. So I wanted the materials and the paint to kind of reflect his personality, his music, and it's kind of like a little southern rockabilly. So I have recycled wood is what I used for the canvas, and the paint was made from joint compound. And I used the palette, yes, joint compound, which is what's on everybody's wall, so sometimes they don't realize that painting looks a little familiar, and that's why, because it may be the same texture as on their wall. after doing, it just felt so good in my hand. The palette knife and the size of the board and the extreme close-ups and the way that it was lit, it just felt so good I wanted to do more.
I understand that that medium of joint compound sort of dictates the speed with which you operate.
Yes, because the different grays, as they dry, all dry into the same color, an off-white. So you have to be aware of where you place your color. And you don't see the color again until you seal the painting in the end.
People speak of chiaroscuro and intaglio when they describe those portraits. What do they mean?
Well, the chiaroscuro is the play of light. I love those high contrast, sharp, defined kind of images. So a lot of spots in the paintings are that way. Intaglio, I guess, in the sense that the eyes are carved out and maybe fitted in there. And so it might have that look. Because that is one of the nice things about joint compound. You can dig it out, carve it out, rebuild it, give it depth, and actually the strokes themselves will cast shadows and change what the image looks like. But joint compound, working with it is so interesting because you can't do all the details. You have to be streamlined.
Yes.
You have to make it abstract. And I like that about the joint compound. You have to cut that face down to its essence, its shapes. And yeah, if you could get a personality, you could actually exaggerate a feature that shows that personality.
So you have that snapshot in time, that moment before everything dries, to just get that personality.
Well, basically yes, unless you want to recode it again, and I have never done that. I like to get it all at one time.
What speaks to the essence of the city of Punta Gorda that you would, A, take portraits of people connected with the city, and B, actually call your display Faces of Punta Gorda? What is it about this place?
Well, I was in Punta Gorda for 5 years at the Artisans Atelier, and I met all these wonderful people. And they turned out to be friends. They made life exciting. They explored my art with me and the area. So I found that, yes, they represent Punta Gorda for me, which is why I did these portraits. And it was kind of like a thank you. I did my time here and I'm moving on. But I'm still always going to be involved in Punta Gorda. And I think the art scene and the artists I met here are some of the best anywhere.
I love it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I've had the good fortune of knowing Dedo for many, many years. As I was his children's physical education teacher at Meadow Park Elementary School. I just didn't realize the talent. He was a wonderful father, helped out at school all the time, but I had no idea what a great artist he was.
He's very talented.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Serena.
And we've known Dedo for probably a few years now.
Yeah.
I think we met him on the street. Yeah, somewhere on the street. He was trying to get us to move into a space near the Atelier, so we'd have a bookstore there. We didn't move there, but we liked his art because it's really funky, you know, like fish heads and things like that. Kind of avant-garde. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy, and we're happy to have his art here in our store. Yeah, at Copperfish.
I met Dedo when I was the CEO of Team Punta Gorda, and we had an Artisan Atelier project. We started the Artisan Atelier that's in the Herald Court Center, and Dedo was one of the first artists that joined us. And I've known him ever since, and he's been an amazing person and has been an incredible contributor to the community.
Hi, I'm Naomi Pringle. I'm a local author. 2 of my books are here in Copperfish Books, but tonight I'm here to celebrate Dedo. Dedo's done a portrait of me and so many other people on the faces of Punta Gorda, and I'm very happy. I first met Dedo at the Atelier down the street. We both had studios. I had a Art for Writers, and he had all of his lovely paintings and sculptures on display.
Dedo called me on the telephone and asked me if he could come to my house and take pictures of me because he knew I was an author and that I had written The Ladies of Punta Gorda and Memories of War, and he wanted to include an author in his art. So I was thrilled. He came, he took pictures, and the result is a portrait I love.
I'm coming. I got you.
I haven't got the heart to spend those memories when my heart is still with you. The sleep of that our love is ending. Darling, I need you, but lately I find you're out of my arms, and I'm like those that breathe that part of the some story now.
Trying to get Jason to come. Yeah, I'm so tired.
It'll always be John to me.
Such a lovely day. Where to love and